Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to introduce you module 3. Okay. So this module 3 will include these many things and some other things are also there. So it includes introduction, algorithm, pseudocode, control structure, the if selection structure, if else selection structure, while repetition structure, etc. So let us discuss each and everything. So you must know what is the objective of main program. So before writing a program, you must have a thorough understanding of the problem and carefully plan an approach for solving it. Suppose you want to solve any problem, you must have idea about how to solve this problem. Okay. Like you want to create a software for addition of two numbers, subtraction between two number, multiplication of two number, power x to the power y. So these are small software. So you must know how do we solve this. Okay. Suppose you want to write a program for power. So what is the step? So step, because you are having little bit idea about for loop. So let me show you how do we write powers program. So we ask user about x and y such that x to the power y. Okay. Now we start with for loop for I equals to 1, I is less than or equals to y, and I plus plus. What is our result? So we must know result equals to result multiplied by, because x, we want to multiply this x how many times? Y. So initially the value of result we need to initialize to 1, otherwise it will multiply with random number, and this loop runs forever until this condition is there. Okay. And then finally print x to the power y. So in this program, it is not written in C language. It just uses what we need to do. This is just rough draft. Okay. Rough draft of the program where we initialize this value to 1. And what is the beauty of for loop? For loop is running. It is able to run for the condition until this condition is true. Okay. So it will run from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to y step. So initially it will start 1 into x. Then next step is 1 into x. It means x square. Then 1 into x into x into x cube, and up to 1 into x up to y time. So this is our problem. What we want to calculate x to the power y. So we must be clear that what is our problem. Okay. And carefully see, I had not result 1, result equals to 1. Now I saw that if I am not writing result equals to 1, it will give me some discrete output. Okay. So at least one user must be there who will prompt me. Okay. Otherwise I am not able to understand whether you are able to understand or not. Fine. So please prompt me. Yes. Now while writing a program, building blocks are available. So building blocks are available, and in this power program we have used special building block of loop. Okay, this is for. So you must know that what are the building blocks available. Use good programming principles. Okay, good programming principle means it must take less time, and it must also waste or it must take a less memory space. Okay, less time consuming and less memory consuming. So this is also known as time complexity, and this is known as space complexity. So it must be less. So this is known as a good programming principle. Okay. Now come to algorithm. What is algorithm? So algorithm is computing problem, all can be solved by executing a series of action. So here I had shown a cup of tea. How do we prepare cup of tea? Take a pot, pour a cup of water, add 2 teaspoon of sugar, add 3 gram tea leaf, okay, boil up to 80 degrees Celsius, okay, then pour it in a cup using sieve, step 7 sip, and step 8 and. So this is a program for cup of tea, okay. So you cannot uh, jumble some of the steps. Like initially you start with boiling the water, then pour it into cup, then add sugar, and then add tea. So there are dedicated steps, okay. Although these steps are small, and some of the steps you can shuffle, but not all the steps. Fine. So you must know all can be solved by executing. So these are the series of action. Algorithm, it is procedure in terms of action to be executed and the order in which these actions are executed. Fine. Here I had shown two blocks. If temperature is less than or equals to 80 degrees Celsius, so it will checking constantly whether the temperature is less than or equals to 80 degree or not. Okay. Or while loop will be there. So while loop will constantly checking whether the temperature is up to this mark or not. Program control specify order in which statements are executed. So this is our example of program control. It will for and for checking for the temperature up to 80 degrees Celsius. So this must be written here, and we use all these things in our program to make our program efficient. Okay. Now there are algorithms and pseudocodes also. So pseudocode, it is artificially written in formal language. Okay, like I had written one cup of tea program. Okay, so it looks like code. Algorithm cup of tea. This is a function, and here variables are water, sugar, tea leaf. Add water, sugar, and tea leaf together. And while temperature is less than 80 degrees Celsius, heat. Okay, heat up to this temperature. Fine. Then temperature plus plus. So temperature will incremented by 1 and so on. And after completion of this, up this temperature, after completion of this, it will pour into cup. So what will be pour into cup? This tea into a cup, and then one more function you can add, sip tea. Okay. So these are the actually this pseudocode is nothing. You cannot do with this, but you are able to understand and how do we prepare a cup of tea. Okay. So you must develop your critical thinking so that you are able to write such kind of algorithm. This is not special. It is not required a special skill. It is up to you what kind of things you want to show. But it must be very clear. It is not clear to me only. It must be very clear that what you are doing. At least a little bit idea must be there with the user who is reading this program. So it is very similar to everyday English, not actually executed on computers. How do we execute these on computer? Because we have not any such kind of language, and our grammar is also not up to the mark. Okay, whatever I want, whatever I am thinking, it is written in that language. So not actually executed on computer. Help us think out a program before writing it. Okay, so whenever we are going to write, like variable is written, water, sugar, tea leaf. So what kind of variable it is? So it is a integer kind of variable or float kind of variable, whatever. Okay. Don't think more on it. Just try to understand that water is a liquid, sugar is a solid, and tea leaf is a solid also. Fine. So it helps us think out a program before writing it, easy to convert into corresponding C program. Okay, now you are able to convert this into a C program. Consist only of executable statement. So here only executable statement like if we are increasing the temperature and so on. So we will definitely create a program on this. Okay, just simulation kind of program we will create after the unit 4 where function will completed. Okay, so when function will be completed, I will show you how do we write a program for this purpose. Okay, it will not actually create a cup of tea, but it gives us a simulation of creating a cup of tea. Now there are varieties of control structures. So we must know that it is three in number: sequence, selection, and repetition. So let us discuss each and everything. What is sequential execution? Sequential execution is execution where statement executed one after the other in the program. Like if you want to add two number, first statement enter number one, second statement scanf that number, third statement enter number 2 and scan number 2, then c equals to a plus b, then print a print sum. Okay, so this is addition of two number program. So only a sequence of instructions are executed one after other. Fine. So this is known as sequence. So it shows sequence. Now come to transfer of control. When something is there, some conditions are there, like if a is greater than b. Okay, so we have transfer of control to certain branches. Like if a is greater than b, it is true, then a is greatest. And if it is not that, then b is greatest. Okay, so this shows the transfer of control. Although the statements are written, like a is greater than b, certain thing is there, and then else branch is there, and then certain thing is there. It is written in sequence, but it will execute certain thing. Upon true, it will execute this. Upon false, this will execute this, but not all the statements. So this is known as transfer of control. Okay, everything is written in sequence but not executed in sequence. So this is transfer of control. Overuse of goto statement, we have not used any goto statement till now, so we will use later on in the programming practices, so that you may be able to understand that what goto statement is, and how goto statement is very dangerous for us. Okay, it led to many problems, and sometimes infinite execution will be there. That's why goto has been replaced by different branching structures like if else switch, etc. All programs written in terms of three control structure. First is sequence. So sequence structure built into C, program executed sequentially by default, like addition of two number. Selection. Selection C has three types: if else, and switch. Finding maximum among three, maximum. Then here menu driven programs are there that select 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to add particular number, then select 1. If you want to subtract, select 2. So menu driven programs are also coming under selection structure. Okay. Then come to repetition. Repetition structure, I had shown you earlier example, like I want to calculate the power of x to the x to the power y. So there are three different types: while, do while, and for. So I had explained with the help of for also. So like to print table of 2, if you want to print the table of 2, so repetition is there. So that's why repetition structure we will use. And to print diamond pattern. Okay, like this is our diamond pattern. So if you want to print this also requires repetition. Okay, so this is how according to Boehm and Jacopini, uh, he said that we need three structures only for writing any program. Now come to control structure. So control structures can be shown by graphical representation. You must know that this is terminal. Okay, it is used for start or stop. Then input statement, for taking input, we use this type of box or SIM card style box, like SIM card. Okay, both are equivalent. Then action, like a plus b, c equals to a plus b, such kind of thing is used in action box. And this is condition box. Okay, a is greater than b, one branch is there, one branch is there, so this is action box. Not action box, it is condition box. So these four elements we are often using. Okay, all other are not used by most of the time. So this is our condition. And this is for input and output, and this is also for input and output. This is terminal, means from which place program will start, or from which place particular subroutine will start. Subroutine means I will show you in function. Okay, When function will be coming, we are developing several subroutines. So graphical representation of an algorithm can be done with the help of flowchart, drawn using certain special purpose symbol connected by arrows called flow lines. Okay, so these are the flow lines. Basically, these are the flow lines. Okay, and this whole chart is known as flow chart. So here I had shown a program for table of 2, and this is addition of 2 number. Addition of 2 numbers. Okay. Now, rectangle symbol, it is action symbol. I had already shown each and everything will be performed here. Action symbol can be performed in the part known as microprocessor, like i7, i5. Okay, this is our microprocessor. Whatever action you want to perform, the computer can perform all the actions in its CPU. It is also known as CPU. Fine. Oval symbol indicates the beginning or end of program. So this is our oval symbol. Oval symbol. Actually, elliptical symbol. Oval, you can say. Single entry and single exit control structure. So it is very important and very important program practice. Connect exit point one control structure to entry point of next. So this is our one control structure. Okay, this is exit point. This is exit point of one control structure and entry point of another control structure. Likewise, in each step, makes program easy to build. So it is very easy to build a program using these control structure. So here we start with the start symbol and end symbol, then enter 2 numbers, read 2 number. It is coming under input output. Then action, what action will be performed? Sum equals to these 2 numbers, whatever we have read. So it will be taken and it will be added together. Now it will print the sum. So this is one program. Now come to next table of 2. Start and end. And is or you can stop, use stop also. So I equals to 1, initial value of I equals to 1, I is less than or equals to 10, because we are printing table of 10 for 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it will print I multiplied by 2. I multiplied by 2, why? Because the value of I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and if we multiply it by 2, it will give you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, likewise. Fine. So this loop will run up to how many times? 10 times. As soon as this condition will be true, then it will run, and if it is false, then it will stop. Okay, so this is our control structure. Also, we have developed both kind of flowchart. This is based on sequence, and this is based on control loop. Okay, so now come to if selection structure. What is the construct of if selection structure? So this is selection structure used to choose among alternative course of action pseudocode if a student's grade is greater than or equals to 60, print pass. Fine. So we take any number, like I had explained, maximum among 2. Start. Enter 2 number, read A and B. A is greater than B. This is our condition box. So if A is greater than B, if this condition is true, it will print A is maximum. Otherwise, it will print B is maximum. And finally, this program will stop execution. So here you can see that we have, if we write the same program, let me write the same program. Okay. Integer main, and then integer A comma B. Then I had written printf, enter 2 numbers, scanf, %d, comma, address of A, address of B. Okay. Then if A is greater than B, printf. What I need to print? A is max. So let us write %d is max, comma A, because I want to say that A is maximum, or else printf %d is max. This is our D. Okay. Now this program will stop executing here. So return 0 and finally write curly brace. So in this program, you can see that the sequences are given. It will execute, it will execute, it will execute in sequence. But after that, what will be executed? So it depends, it totally depends on runtime. Okay, it totally depends on runtime. We cannot execute both the statement. We cannot execute both the statement. Fine. We can execute any one depending on the condition. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Nobody? Yes. Okay. Fine. So this is how one can write if structure. So likewise, here pseudocode is written. If a student's grade is greater than or equals to 60, then print pass. So there are two conditions. Print statement executed and program goes on next statement. If false, print statement is ignored. This print statement is ignored and the program goes on to next statement. Here you can see if it is true, it will be printed. And if it is false, then it will be ignored and it will print this. So this is if false print statement is ignored and program goes into the next statement. Indicating, indicating not, indenting. Indenting is, this is our indentation and I had told you several times, this is our indentation. I had written likewise, I had not written in the same alignment. My alignment is different for this print statement and this print statement. So this is known as indenting. Indenting makes program easier to read. Okay. Now C ignores white space characters. So C ignores these many white space characters. This is very important thing. If I'm indenting particular line, then 8 number of white spaces will be created. So whether C will read or not. So C will ignores all the white spaces, white space characters. So there is no worry about it. This is a program. Okay. This program is written by one student and this is this is flow chart for one program. What is this? So our target is to calculate the grade of student. Okay, our target is to calculate the percentage of a student where marks in maths is maximum marks in maths is 50 and maximum marks in physics is 50 and maximum marks in CSE is 100. So we need to calculate the percentage and based on this percentage we will able to show whether the student is passed or failed. Okay, so initially we start with asking, this is our input output box. Okay, input output box. Now this box will ask the user enter marks in maths. So we have entered marks in maths 50. Why 200 is written? Because we have not validated this thing. Okay, so we will later on we will show how this will be important. This is important. Okay, but later on. It will scan the marks of maths, it will scan the marks of physics, it will scan the marks of CSE from user. Then we will calculate. This is our action box. Okay, inside this action, we need not to write action. To show you what is action, I had written this. Okay, P equals to maths plus physics plus CSE divided by 2. Why 2? Either you can write this formula. What is our formula? P equals to maths plus physics plus CSE. What is our total marks? Total marks is 200. And what is the formula? What we want to calculate? We want to calculate 100%. So we can use this formula also, but we are smart enough. We are directly using this formula. Okay. So why should we calculate like this? Now come to next branch. Now P is available and whether the value of P is greater than or equals to 60. If it is true, then it will print you are passed. If it is false, then it will print you are failed. So up to this mark, any doubt?
No, sir.
No doubt. Fine.
No, sir.
Yes. So now this is the program. Okay. This is the program written for this. And let me show you this program once again. How do we write the program? Better to delete this statement. This is the same flowchart. For start, what I need to write? Include stdio.h, then integer main, and followed by left curly braces. Okay, up to this point, start will be there. Now, next step, print. So many print statement, but no declaration is there. So because it is flowchart, so it is not required, but we need to think about it is asking for maths, it is asking for physics, and it is asking for CSE. So let us create variable integer maths, physics, CSE, and one more thing we require, percentage. Okay, so let us write this ph and now percent. Any other thing is required? No. So let me finish this. It must be written clearly because you are not able to understand. And if you are not able to understand, then how teacher will be able to understand what you have written? So it must be written clearly. Okay. Now I'm asking printf statement /n enter marks maths less than or equals to actually you cannot draw this symbol, so this is less than or equals to 50. Okay, so now scanf %d address of m. Likewise, why you are writing a different statement? Because you must be clear that what marks you want to access or accept, and this is not space. Okay, so whenever you are writing program in wrong manner, it will automatically deduct marks. Now again come to printf /n enter marks. Now it is physics. It must be less than or equals to 50. Now scanf %d address of ph. Then come to next statement, printf /n enter marks CSE less than or equals to 100. Now scanf %d address of CS. No, it is not written CS, it is C. Address of C. Then we calculate %p. P is equals to maths plus physics plus C divided by 2. Okay, this will give us percentage marks. If you have any doubt, you can ask with related with formula. Okay, we can use any formula. Now up to this place we have read. This is our start statement. Okay, this is our input statement. Fine. And now action statement, action will be performed here. So let me not write all these things. Better to use highlighter. Okay. Now come to if. This if statement. These blocks we are going to perform. If P is greater than or equals to 60, then immediate next statement will be true. Okay. So this is a small p, not capital P. So we need to write printf /n you are passed as printf you are failed. Okay. And after that, this statement stop will be written here. So let me show you each block of this flowchart, how it will be written using highlighter. Now, this is start statement. Okay. So this is our start statement. Oh no, wrong. Up to what place it is start? So from this place to this opening curly brace. Okay. Now declaration and taking input. So this is our places where declaration will be done. Now come to action. Action will be performed using this statement. Okay. Now decision. We have included all the parameters, all the programming elements except loop. Okay. So how beautifully written this program. So these are the block. And finally, this stop will be coming. So this is a stop statement. Okay. So any doubt till now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So we will stop here. Fine. Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
so if we run this program, then in the
Yes.
output, here the statement printf you are passed or you are failed. It will show
Yes.
by how much percentage the student will pass or fail.
If you want to use this, okay. If you want to use how many means how much percentage with how many how much percent. So how do we write this statement? Okay. Let me modify this statement. So this is known as refinement. What you have think about this? So now I am going for refinement of these statement. So refinement will print. I'm writing instead of this star, this is taken as a star and this is taken as plus. Okay. So star printf /n you are pass with percent t or 2 times percent. Okay. Why 2 times percent? Because it is not able to print single percent, comma, then you need to write p, or you can write p here only. Okay. So this is one statement.
Yes, sir.
Now second statement. I am writing second statement. Printf /n you are failed with percent t percent percent. Okay. And then comma and p. Now it is clear to you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are having all these programs, so you try to run it by your own. Okay, and if any doubt will come, so please ask me tomorrow. So let me stop here.